Happy Tuesday, everyone. Today, I wanted to talk about a topic that is really, really important. And it is about how can we do less and achieve more? That's what I'm going to talk about today. So I would love to know, where are you listening in from? I always like to see that if possible, and if not, maybe watching the anyway. One of the biggest challenges I would say minds very often come with is their ingrained belief system, a very subconscious belief that the hustle culture is the only way, or is the way to achieve a high level of success. And what does it mean? Well, it means working longer hours, working really hard, white knuckling ourselves through something, throwing more things into the basket to just do more. And I think, in particular for women, it's even worse because we have somehow been told, say yes. Any opportunity come your way, just go for it. Just say yes. And absolutely, to a certain degree, in a period of our life, it can be good. Say yes. Test waters. Do things that you wouldn't have done before. But I'm going to share with you that when I turned 48 and I finally realized that the most powerful word that I could use was no, my life changed. I could have exponential growth. Because in one way, for me, no means there are other new opportunities laying behind that. That meant that if I received a no, I thought, this is interesting. That means there's something else and even better is going to show up. It means that when I said no, I was saying yes to something that was far more important to me. So the hustle culture of do, say yes, uh, kind of go all in and almost sacrifice yourself, sacrifice your life, is a culture that we have been conditioned to. And it's so understandable that we lean towards that, because very few people in this world are actually talking about, what about doing the opposite? And that's what I want to do. I want to talk about the opposite. And one of my favorite authors on this topic, I'm just going to check first on something. I like to see if I'm actually live on LinkedIn, because I'm using a third party to go through. So unless you say, I'm calling in from South Africa, or I'm calling in from London, or Bangladesh, wherever, I can't see it. So let me just turn on LinkedIn here to see if we are live. Yes, we are live. Perfect. Okay. So one of my favorite on this topic is Kate Northrop. And Kate Northrop is she is a brilliant coach. She's also a great author, and she wrote the book Do Less to Achieve More. And I'm sure there is a tagline. But one of the things that she is talking about in this book is egg wisdom. Yeah, egg wisdom. What is that? Kate Northrum, in her influential book, Do Less, brings forth the concept of egg wisdom, a fundamentally feminine principle. According to this concept, just like an egg, women should allow opportunities to come to them rather than chasing them. It's about focusing on what truly matters, what nourishes us, and discarding the rest. The idea of egg wisdom is not about chasing everything that comes our way. It's about letting the right opportunities and tasks find us. That is the particular thing I would love to bring up today. I have two clients, current clients, that have had a pretty profound experience exactly in this field. When we started to work together, so this goes for both of them, but let me think about one. The idea was to find a new job. It was to find a new career. And as I say, I'm not here to find a new career for you. I'm not here um to see what is out there and then kind of align that with you and bring it to you. I'm here to help you become the absolutely best version of yourself. And that means that when you are stepping into being that absolutely best version of yourself, you are going to realize that there are things that you would love to do. There is a career that you would love to have that you might not see right now because you're blinded, thinking, I just want to get away from what I currently have, or I just want to pivot. So the work that we get to do is really go in and understand what are your drivers, what is your motivation. And some of the questions I ask, and I ask these women, is what do you really want to experience? What do you really want to have impact on? What do you imagine yourself getting out of in the morning for that makes you so excited? If you were to tell me, what did you do last week that was extraordinary, what would that be? So, what we did in these two cases was to do exactly that, driving forward their inner drive, their passion for work. And through that, a very high level of clarity came up. One was a very high clarity that what she wanted to work on was to help people out of poverty through financial literacy, to understand finances. But it's a different approach to work with people that don't have the time or capacity to even educate themselves on this. She started to see how her economic background and her own life experiences of burnout was giving her a unique opportunity for something else. So, what we did was to build and build on her idea of what is it that I want to do. And instead of going out and chase what she might think, oh, this looks like a job that is kind of in alignment with what I want. No, we stopped that completely. It was about owning what she wanted. And what she then continued doing was to start talking about this to others. She said, this is what I'm passionate about. This is what I love. And now what started to happen was that in her LinkedIn feed, people with similar thinking, similar background were showing up. And she started to connect with these people to have these deep, meaningful conversations. She was now becoming very attractive, like an egg, where, right, getting multiple opportunities coming her way, where it led to an opening that we could never have designed for her because it was she who attracted this position into her. I'm curious. For those of you who are listening live, do you have any questions that is popping up right now? Thinking about this is about leaning back. This is opposite of lean in. This is kind of take a step back. This is about really, truly spending time with yourself. This is also the time where you say more no. And this is a challenge for us as women. We have a tendency to say yes. We say yes because this is an opportunity. So, where it says, my invitation is slow things down unless what you want to say yes is like, of course, it's a yes. Unless you are there, go for no. Say no. Say no. And some of you might ask the question, how do I say no? Because even that is a challenge. How do I say no? Sometimes I even know that I want to say no, but I don't know how I'm going to do it. Well, this is what I do. If somebody come my way and they say, Rita, oh, can you help me with this? Or can you do this? I say the same thing. I say, when I say yes to something, I am so committed to doing it. And in this moment in time, I can't commit 100%. And both of us deserves that we're showing up 100%, fully committed. So it has to be a no for now. I might be able to help you later on. So playing with words and practice how to say no and not cutting off bridges, but it's a no for now, is going to create more space for you, right? Let me see. Oh, yeah. Hi, Toro. Fear of missing out. Sounds familiar. This is the other thing. We are living in a society where we are so scared of missing out on things that instead of spending time and crafting what is really what do I want to experience in my life, and feeling that we're jumping from one thing to the other to one thing to the other, and we are so disconnected with our bodies that whoever is going to send opportunities to us, whatever your belief system is, feels like, but what is it that she really wants? Because jumping from here to there, saying yes to that, but she doesn't want to say yes, and she says yes, and then what is going on here? Working the muscle to say no, to create space, is the way forward when you are looking to enter an up-leveled life. An up-leveled life. When did you take some time to slow down and think about, where do you, let's say, see yourself in 3 years? It could be 1 year, but let's say 3 years. Where do I see myself in 3 years? What do I want to experience? If these 3 next years were the best years so far in my life, where has these 3 years taken me now? If I said yes to what I'm committed to, that is a fire in my belly, that is a must, and this is important to me, and I said no to the rest, where do I see my life in 3 years if I just fantasize about it? Think about that. What is really, really important to you? So going back to what Kate Northrop is talking about and the egg wisdom, It's about you being the one that is selecting who is going to come in and occupy your space, right? Who is going to come in and occupy your space? And the other thing we also want to think about is when I have identified what I really want to experience, and I see, Toril, you want to be on the beach, right? So it's like, okay, how do I become a match to the person that experience something that I believe when you actually say on the beach, it's what you associate with being on the beach that is the important level, that it associates with space. Am I right to say that that is the thing when you're thinking about the beach? There is a feeling and association with it. So when we are becoming attractive to what we want, then we have the same as my other client who did exactly the same exercise. She knew that she wanted to have a seat at the table. She knew the direction she wanted to go. She knew she wanted to have a far more role in the area of clean energy. She knew she wanted to go there. She didn't know how it would happen. She didn't know where it would come from. She just knew that is what she wanted. And we started to work around that. What does it look like? What does it feel like? Who are you connected to? Who do you speak to? What articles are you reading? What are you posting about? Who are you showing up like? Who are you being when you are this woman or this person or this human being that is working in that particular field? Who are you being then? She started to activate in that, and boom, her opportunity came her way. She didn't hustle. She didn't grind. She experienced what it was to live into being that person with the career that she wanted so that she could attract it in. And this type of career in both these cases were not standard format careers that you just find and you just apply for it. They were almost bespoke, like tailor made for these two individuals. Don't ask me the way and how it came, because it just came, because they were matched to something that was important in this world. So my invitation to you is, first of all, slow down. Imagine, what is it that you feel is a must for you? What triggers you? What inspires you? What are you willing to kind of, this is just so important to me. And start speaking it out. Speak it out in this world. Become an attractive egg. Be the egg wisdom, as Kate Northrop is talking about, and see the magic that comes your way. Slow down. Stop the hustle and grind. Stop chasing. Spend some time inwards to understand what's truly meaningful for you, so that whatever goes around in this world can say, oh, that is what you want. Let me present this opportunity to her. I would love any thoughts, any feedback on that. Please DM me if you're curious about having a conversation about this. And yeah, with that, thank you, Toro. Love that you were on. And I will see you tomorrow. And if you have any questions, thanks, Toro. If you have any questions that you would love for me to address, any questions that is constantly on your mind, let me know so we can bring up these burning questions that you might sit with, and we can have a conversation around that. You can send me a DM. Okay? Bye for now. Have a beautiful day.